That was a birthday present for Box. Today's his birthday. No, just a really solid effort by our team, start to finish. To get to 10 wins in this league, to finally get a sweep is good. And it's always fun to get every kid in the game. That doesn't happen very often in this league. So they can all say they played at Hilton and did some things. So just very businesslike from start to finish. And hard to believe we're down to the last week, but very proud of the way we played today.
I know you had mentioned yesterday that you thought there's still a lot of time to get momentum. Does a game like this help achieve that?
Yeah, I think it does. I think every time you go out and play, and again, I understand, TCU's struggling, but at the same time, you're still having to do things through a scouting report, offensively, defensively, that you need to grow from. And again, it was another good night for Mo. Ashley Jones was incredible in the first half. So, yeah, I think that even though you win by a larger margin, I still think the game is the best teacher. And that's what I kept telling them. It's like, it's a 40-minute game. The fans paid for 40 minutes. If you're going to a great movie, you don't leave early. You're at a great party, you don't leave early. You finish the game. And so, like I said, I think the other thing it does is it gives us a good look in a game situation with Izzy, Sean, Maggie. Those are things that you can't simulate in practice, and we got that today.
What kind of clicked there at the end of the first quarter when you picked up that, once again, momentum?
No, I thought we played really well the last 90 seconds of the quarter. We finally defended. They made some tough shots early, but we got some transition baskets, hit a three on a late shot clock play. Lex knocked in a three to give us a 7-point lead. And then the second quarter was exactly what you hope. We guarded really, really well. We scored the ball. But I think for us, it's the two things that, you guys are getting bored with me saying it, but if we do our scouting report defense and we can make some shots, then we can compete with a lot of people. And I think you saw that today.
You touched on Ashley. I don't know if she's always able to be this efficient, 22 points on 12 shots, because I had to lean on her for tough shots, tough situations. But to be able to do that, it felt like really ignited everybody a little bit during a couple big runs.
Yeah, I think Ash was, really, as you said, Rob, as efficient as she's been. She took a lot of good shots. She's 7 for 10 at halftime. She had 3 assists, and they come to double, and Mo gets a layup. And, those are the things that, when you look at, what she did, I think the biggest thing for Ash is she didn't turn the ball over. And it's hard not to turn the ball over, terrible grammar for her, but because she's double and triple teamed all the time. But points, rebounds, didn't play a second in the fourth quarter. Just a really, really good performance. And I'm glad that, our fans are – it's hard to believe she's only got one more shot at it. And I think they saw one of her better first halves that she's ever played here. And hopefully she's got one more good one in her.
Bill, you touched on a bit with the last question, but how much is tonight when you guys can execute your scouting report defense and make shots like you did and be the dominant Iowa State team that you can be at your best? How much of it was a reminder for what this team can do in March?
Well, you hope so. I think every team now probably would say that they know their identity, I guess, and our identity is we have 7 kids we're going to play for the most part. You have to guard the right way because we're not going to take you out of your offense. We're not going to block your shots. We're completely undersized, but we're smart and we're skilled. And if we do the things, that we know we can do, we can compete. And, I think we've done that. I think we've done that the last 4 games. I know we lost Oklahoma State, but that's a very good team on the road. And I thought we did it that night too. They just made more plays than us. So if we can do that, I just keep saying the same thing. We're getting to the point in the season where you're going to walk out of a building with a loss, and it's the end for 5 seniors for the season. You want to end up walking out feeling like, hey, they were just better than us. We didn't, forget a scouting report. We didn't do some silly things. And our team is mature in that regard. So hopefully that'll continue.
Can you talk about the pace that you guys were playing with? Because it seemed like every time you had the ball, you were pushing it towards the basket.
Yeah, we were trying to play as fast as we could play. We were trying to score before they set their defense. When they set their defense, I think we made a couple bad decisions. But overall, 14 turnovers in a game like that's not bad. And, this was the kind of game because they were picking up full court. It was literally what we always talk about, shoot it before you throw it away. And I thought we got some transition looks and got some things headed to the basket. So offensively, I thought we were really good.